15 Things You Didn't Know About Daymond John. Welcome to alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Hello Aluxers, and welcome to another exciting original video presented by alux.com. Today we're looking at entrepreneur, businessman, author, motivational speaker, and investor Daymond John. As we promised, we're continuing our series on the Shark Tank entrepreneurs. Daymond was born on February 23, 1969, in the Queensboro of New York City. He is best known for being the founder and CEO of the clothing brand FUBU, which stands for Us, By Us. He said he saw a void in the market of clothing for inner-city kids, and he used the sewing skills he was taught by his mother to start creating hats and shirts. His brand got recognition from being worn in several popular music videos, and it would eventually become a multi-billion-dollar company. He has starred in the popular television show Shark Tank since 2009, and also runs his own entrepreneurial workshop called the Daymond John Academy. Additionally, he's a very in-demand motivational speaker and has written 3 books called Display of Power, The Brand Within, and The Power of Broke. He has 2 daughters, Yasmin and Destiny, with his ex-wife, and has a baby daughter named Minka with his fiancé. Now that we've gotten the background out of the way, let's get to the 15 things you didn't know about Daymond John. Number 1. He declined his first 2 offers to appear on Shark Tank. Daymond has been on Shark Tank since its first season in 2009, but at first it took some convincing. Mark Burnett personally called Daymond with an offer to be on the show, but he says he declined as soon as he found out he would have to invest his own money. The second time an offer was made, Daymond would not sign the contract because he had already made an agreement with the Kardashians that he would mentor them on their reality show. He says it was actually the Kardashians that convinced him he should do the show. Number 2. He ran FUBU while still working at Red Lobster. Daymond started FUBU with $40, and it eventually grew into a $6 billion business. The basis of the business began in 1989, with him and a couple of his friends making hats at his mom's house and selling them on the streets of New York City. Even after the company started gaining recognition and his products had been worn in several music videos, Daymond continued working at Red Lobster while building his business. He said his routine was to sew, pack and ship his product in the morning, and then start his shift as a waiter in the afternoons. Number 3. He blew his first $20 million. Daymond says that when he first became successful, he got so caught up in the millionaire lifestyle that he stopped being a good husband and father. He said it was only after he blew through his first $20 or $30 million that his wife divorced him and he started getting back on the right path. Number 4. LL Cool J helped save his FUBU business. Between 1989 and 1992, Daymond had to shut down FUBU 3 times when he ran out of capital, even after his mother had mortgaged her house for $100,000 to get startup funds. A breakthrough for the company came when LL Cool J, who was from the same neighborhood as Daymond, wore a FUBU hat in the 1999 Gap commercial and slipped the company's logo Us, By Us into his rap. Gap had no idea they were giving free advertising to FUBU at the time, but when they figured it out a month later, they pulled the commercial and fired the ad execs who were responsible. Number 5. He invested in a company that sells gold-covered beef jerky. If you want to try some of the most expensive beef jerky in the world, check out the company Daymond invested $100,000 in on Shark Tank, called The 3 Jerks. This company, which claims to sell original filet mignon jerky, has come up with the concept of the Golden Meat Box. For $500, you can buy this aluminum case that comes with a 2-ounce bag of 24-karat edible gold filet mignon jerky. Number 6. He is dyslexic. Although Daymond had trouble reading and writing as a child, he was not formally diagnosed with dyslexia until he was an adult. It was a relief to Daymond to finally have an explanation for why he had difficulty reading off a teleprompter, spelling words in emails, and following the directions on his GPS. Studies have shown that dyslexia is much more common among entrepreneurs, with about 35% having the condition, as compared to 3% of the general population. Daymond is in good company. His fellow sharks Barbara Cochran and Kevin O'Leary are also dyslexic. Number 7. He became an entrepreneur at the age of 6. When Daymond was 6 years old, he noticed that when other boys in class liked a girl, they would kick them and pull their hair. He thought of a way to make some money while also getting on the good side of the girls in his class. He would scrape the paint off pencils he stole from the other boys and paint girls' names on them and sell them. He said the principal had no vision at all and made him shut down his first business after only 1 month. Number 8. He has 1.5 million honeybees. When a company called Bee Thinking came on Shark Tank with their idea of selling beehives, Daymond was struck by their claim that people could only live on the planet for 4 years after the honeybee goes extinct. He bought the hive they brought with them on the spot and expanded his collection from there to his current 1.5 million honeybees. Number 9. He got engaged on the set of Shark Tank. In 2016, Daymond proposed to his longtime girlfriend Heather Taras. He invited her to the set of Shark Tank on their last day of filming and popped the question in front of everyone. He said he was very nervous because it was the first time he had to make a pitch in the Shark Tank. Heather was holding their 6-month-old daughter Minka in her arms when she said yes. Number 10. He has a $7.5 million mansion in Southampton. Daymond owns a 6-bedroom mansion in the wealthy residential area of Southampton, New York. The traditional style home includes a large swimming pool, rustic floors, a brick patio, antique fireplaces, and a stunning view. Other rich and famous people who live in the area include Calvin Klein, Rachel Ray, Howard Stern, Kelly Ripa, and George Soros. If you want to find out more about the last name on that list, click on the upper right-hand corner to see our video of 15 things you didn't know about George Soros. Number 11. He travels 280 days a year. With his many different responsibilities, including being the chief executive officer of a marketing firm, running the Daymond John Academy for Entrepreneurs, and his appearances on Shark Tank, Daymond is on the road 280 days a year. He says he'll slip in a week-long vacation here and there in amazing places so that his schedule is not pure torture. Number 12. He designed his fiancée's 9.5-carat diamond engagement ring. When Daymond finally decided to pop the question after thinking about it for 2 or 3 years, he did it with a stunning 9.5-carat emerald-cut diamond ring he custom-designed himself. Number 13. He lost $750,000 the first season of Shark Tank. The first season of Shark Tank was not a success by any measure. The show struggled to get ratings, and most of the sharks admitted they didn't think it would ever be a hit show. Daymond says he lost a total of about $750,000 from his first season's investments. Thankfully, he attributed the loss to growing pains, stuck with the program, and is now seeing millions of dollars in returns from his investments over the years. Number 14. He has 150 guinea hens. While Daymond seems to enjoy the fast pace of city life, he also likes to get away to his cabin in the country. His cabin in Dutchess County, New York, sits on several hundred acres, and in this large space, his 150 guinea hens roam freely. He told the New York Times that he doesn't eat the chickens because they are his friends. Number 15. His favorite show is Sex and the City. Daymond says he hasn't watched any new television programs for the past 7 or 8 years because he doesn't have the time to get hooked on new storylines. He claims he doesn't even watch Shark Tank. One show that is his go-to when he has downtime is Sex and the City. He calls the show timeless. Now that you've learned some new facts about Daymond John, what do you think you can learn from his experiences as an entrepreneur? Let us know in the comments. Still here? As a thank you for sticking with us to the end, here's a bonus fact. Besides fishing and skeet shooting, one of Daymond's favorite hobbies is throwing knives. He says it makes him feel like old magicians. Thank you for spending some time with us, A-Luxers. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpicked these videos, which we recommend you watch next. Thank you for being an A-Luxer, and we'll see you back tomorrow.